students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing really well. So students, today we are going to start chapter name Alfred Nobel. So we are going to study, or we are going to read about a story of a famous person. So listen it carefully and what he has done. Okay, now summary. The given chapter is all about Alfred Nobel, who was born in Stockholm, Sweden, from Alf Rudbeck, and the best known technical genius in Sweden in the 17th century, an era in which Sweden was great power in Northern Europe. Read the chapter and enjoy it. Alfred Nobel was born in Stockholm on October 21, 1833. He was the inventor of dynamite and the founder of the Nobel Prize. Okay, after his work, or when he died, he want everyone to get a prize with his name, Nobel Prize. Okay, so he is the founder of that particular prize, Nobel Prize. Okay, and he is also the inventor of dynamite. His father, Emmanuel Nobel, was an engineer as well as an inventor. So his father is also an engineer and an inventor. He built bridges and buildings in Stockholm. He also carried out experiments on techniques for blasting rock. So his father built bridges and buildings in Stockholm, and he carried out an experiment on technique for blasting rocks. Means they blast a big rocks into small pieces. So due to misfortune in his construction work, Emmanuel Nobel was forced into bankruptcy. So he was basically a he is having a construction work. So due to some misfortune, he was forcefully into bankruptcy. Means he don't have any money to spend or any money to use. So bankruptcy means the state of bankrupt. Now moving to next. The same year Alfred Nobel was born. The same year when his father was bankrupt, that year Alfred Nobel was born. He therefore left Stockholm with his family to start a new career in Russia. So Alfred Nobel's father left his city and moved to Russia to start a new career there. To support her family, Alfred's mother started a grocery store which provided a modest income. So for helping the family, Alfred's mother also started a grocery store there, and it provided a modest income to them. So in Russia, his father started a workshop which provided equipment and mines for the Russian army. So in Russia, they started a new workshop in which they provide equipment to the Russian army. Okay, now successfully in his industrial and business venture, Emmanuel Nobel was able to bring his family to St. Petersburg in 1842. After doing a lot in his industrial and business venture, Emmanuel Nobel, means Alfred's father, bring the family to St. Petersburg in 1942. There his son was given a first class education by private teacher. Means Alfred Nobel get a first class education in St. Petersburg by a private teacher. The training include natural science, languages and literature. So that private teacher teaches him natural science, languages, different kind of languages and the literature. By the age of 17, Alfred Nobel was fluent in Swedish. By the age of 17, when he became 17 years old, Alfred Nobel knew how to speak in Swedish language, Russian language, French language, English and German. So he come to know about the Swedish, Russian, French, English and German, 4 languages. Okay, now here you can see a picture. This house on 24 Petrogradska embankment was where the Nobel family lived until 1959. So here the Nobel family lived till 1959. Now try this. Who built bridges and buildings in Stockholm? That's Emmanuel Nobel, Alfred Nobel's father. Okay. Now moving to next page. His primary interests were in English, literature and poetry, as well in chemistry and physics. So Alfred was interested in literature and poetry and chemistry and physics also. Alfred's father disliked Alfred's interest in poetry and found his own son an introvert. So Alfred's father doesn't like the way Alfred liked the poetries, because he find that if what does a poet do? Usually a poet is very introvert. He think inside his mind and then write down on the pages. So he don't want his son to be a introvert person. He sent him abroad for further study. So that why he sent him to some other country to study further. While working in a laboratory, he became very interested in an explosive material, nitroglycerin, and thought of how it could be used effectively for construction purpose. So that's why his father sent him to for further studies, and there when he is working in a laboratory, he find out explosive material, nitroglycerin, and he starts searching that how effectively it will work on construction purpose, for construction purpose. In a few years, Alfred joined his family enterprise, which was booming because of its deliveries to the Russian armies. So after some time, Alfred joined his family business, and it was blooming because they are delivering to Russian armies. As the war ended and conditions changed, Emmanuel Noble was again forced into bankruptcy. He left for his hometown, Stockholm. Now again, when this war is over, then there is no need for those equipments and for those deliveries. Then after that, Emmanuel Noble, means Alfred Noble's father, again forced to bankruptcy, and then he come back to his hometown. Alfred was still working on developing nitroglycerin as an explosive, but Alfred is he knows that this is a particular explosive material, nitroglycerin, and he is trying to develop something explosive from this particular material. Now the several explosions include one 1864, in which his brother Emil and several other persons were killed, convinced the authorities that nitroglycerin production was exceedingly dangerous. So several explosions happened during that period, and one happened in 1864, in which his own small brother and some several person who was working in his factory or in his enterprise were killed during that explosion, and the authorities of Europe come to know or realize that this particular explosive is very dangerous. So they stopped this, and they forbade further experiments with nitroglycerin within the Stockholm city limits, and Alfred Nobel had to move his experiment to Lake Mälaren. So because they have forced them to stop this type of explosion, Alfred Nobel had to move his experiment to Lake Mälaren. So Alfred Nobel moved his experiment to Lake Mälaren. There's a place where nobody can harm if any explosion happen. So after started producing dynamite, which was solid nitroglycerin shaped in tube, to make the process of drilling very easy. In 1867, he patented his invention. It reduced the cost of blasting rock drastically. So after a lot of experiment, he finally made what he wanted to do. Alfred started producing dynamites which is a solid nitrogen glycerine shaped in a tube, and it's very easy to drill a big rocks. Okay, so after in 1986 he patented that invention, means he take the ownership of that particular invention that he had made. So means patent means to get the right to manufacture and sell a product. Okay, so when this product is launched or invented by Alfred, after that the cost of blasting rock drastically reduces, and by 1865 Alfred was exporting nitroglycerin explosive to other countries in Europe, America and Australia. Alfred Nobel was moved by the peacekeeping movement around the world, and this influenced him so much that when he wrote his final will, he asked for the awarding for the Nobel Peace Prize each year. So Nobel was moved by a peacekeeping movement around the world. So this influenced him to so much that he write a final will and want everyone, every country or everyone to award someone for the Nobel Peace Prize every year. The first one to be honored by the award was Bertha von Stirner, an Austrian noblewoman, author, and peace activist. So, after his will, this Nobel Peace Prize started, and the first honor of this prize was Bertha von Stirner, who is an Australian woman, an author, and peace activist. Means he spread peace between people, between countries, between states. Okay. Now, Alfred was very interested in social and peace related issue. He had a great interest in literature and wrote his own poetry and dramatic work. So, Alfred, we have already studied about that. Alfred is very interested in literature and poetry. So that's why he write down so many poetries and dramatic work as well in literature. And he is very interested in social and peace related issues. Now, the Nobel Prize become an extension and a fulfillment of the lifetime interest. Now, the Nobel Prize, you already heard about this Nobel Prizes. We have every country give a Nobel Prize to someone in his country or out of the countries. So, this is the end of the chapter in which we heard about Alfred Nobel, who is a person who invented dynamites, explosive, and also work for peace. He want to spread peace between countries because through that time period when he was born, there is a world war going on in the country. That's why he want to create a peaceful environment in his area, in the city or in the state or in the countries. So this is the story of Nobel Prize founder and the inventor of dynamite. Hopefully you understand it very well. Now let's do some more exercise. Before that, there is a word bucket. Inventor, discoverer, bankruptcy, state of being bankrupt, forbade, not allowed. Dynamite, a high explosive consisting of nitroglycerin mixed with an absorbent material. Patent, to get the right to manufacture and sell product. Think and answer. Take the correct option. Number 1, Alfred Nobel's father was an engineer, electrician, scientist, doctor by profession. So, Alfred Nobel's father was an engineer by profession. Okay. Number B, fill in the blanks. Alfred's father was an engineer, okay, and also a inventor. Now moving to C, write T for true and F for false statement. Alfred Nobel was very rich. No, when he was born, his father was bankrupt. So this is a false statement. Now number D, answer the following question. When and where Alfred Nobel was born? So the answer of the question is Alfred Nobel was born in Stockholm on October 21, 1833. Okay. Now read the rest of the question and find out their answer from the chapter and do it at your own. Now the values inside. Name any 5 inventions with their inventors. Now you have to write down 5 inventions and the name of the inventors. Grammar strokes, reading and writing skills, adverbs. Adverb is a word that adds more information about time, place, manner, cause or degree to a verb. An adjective, a phrase or another adverb. Adverb in Latin means near a verb. Circle the verbs green and adverb red in each sentence. Palak writes. Writes is a verb. Neatly is a adverb. While doing her homework. Okay. So writes, doing, they are verb, but neatly is a adverb because it's adding something to the verb. Okay. Now read the rest of the sentences and find out where is verb and where is adverb. You have to circle the verb with green color and adverb in red color. B, can you think of suitable verb for each of these adverb, like listen quietly, play happily, move, walk slowly, like that. Now do the rest of the part at your own. Word power. A, find out what these short forms stand for and where they are used. ST stand for saint and used before the name of Roman Catholic saint and priest. Okay, number 2, MRS, mistress, is used for a married woman. Okay, now find out the rest. Write down their full form, their stand for, and used before. Okay, now B, which word would be appropriately associated with each of this collocation? Use the clue box if you get stuck. Okay, now a pinch of salt. Okay, we use a pinch for salt. Caesar, soap, biscuit, rice, salt, grass, light, rope, sock, and wind. They have given you so many clues and you have to use it according to the sentence, like a pinch of salt, a cake of soap. Okay, cake of soap, just like that you have to fill the rest of the others. Now see, there are many chemicals that we use every day in our homes. The chemicals that help us to clean our home are classified as cleaner, and those that help to kill germs are called disinfectant. Identify any 5 chemicals in our house and classify them as cleaner and disinfectant. Like cleanser, Harpic toilet cleaner is disinfectant, gained of phenyl. Okay, now the cleanser is Colin, and disinfectant, if we find out any disinfectant, then that is hit sprays. Okay, so you can find out some from your house and write down here. Creative junction. Look at these pictures carefully and name them. Do these people share something in common? What it is? Talk about it in the class. Okay, so first of all, I would like to tell you that they all are Nobel Prize winner. Okay, that's what they share in common. Now you have to find out their name and write down here. Okay, now this is the end of the chapter. Hopefully you understand it very well. Now do the pending exercises at your own.